Hi, Stephen Burns here, Primary Mortgage Resource, and today I want to talk to you about inventory issues and what we're seeing and putting into perspective what's going on with the inventory. So for today's example, I'm going to use the city of Redlands because that's where my office is based out of. And so if you look at the data for the city of Redlands, the active number of listings at any given time in the last 9 years or so is about 195 listings at any given time. So that's considered a healthy market if you just average it over a long period of time. Now, if you look at today's market, we're at 70 listings. That's like a third of what the average is. So that means we are super low in inventory, and there are a lot of really well qualified buyers out there. And there's probably more well qualified buyers out there than there has been in decades potentially. And so now you have a ton of very well qualified buyers, and there's only 70 listings that are available. And many of those listings are not really listings that most people are looking for. There are quite a few above $1 million, so that is only a very small, narrow band of people that are actually looking in that range. There's also a lot of investor type properties that the average person is not looking to purchase. So that 70 listings, by the time you actually bring it down to the number of houses that are actually the average person is going to be looking at, is quite a bit smaller than that. So just to put it into perspective, this is not just a situation that's happening in the city of Redlands alone. It's happening all over the nation. And so there are a ton of buyers available or out there looking at a very little amount of homes available. About 33% of what the traditional number of homes that are actively listed on the market right now. So it's basically putting us into a gridlock of sorts because we need more listings. We need sellers to sell their homes, but the sellers are not wanting to sell their homes if there's not other homes on the market. Well, that's where the problem lies, is there's just not enough homes on the market. And that's partly because of all the issues that's going on in the economy of supply chain issues, labor issues, the cost of building homes, just the struggle of builders being able to get to the point where they can build homes. So these sellers that are wanting to move, they want to buy maybe a nicer house or go to a nicer neighborhood or downsize or something. They just can't find something that's worth listing their homes for. I talk to agents all the time where they have sellers that are wanting to sell their home, but they don't want to put it on the market because there's nothing even out there that's worth them selling their home for. And with interest rates going up, most sellers or most people that own a home, they've either bought their home or refinanced their home in the last year or two, and they have a really good interest rate. Well, interest rates almost doubled in the last few months. So now they're going to sell their home and they're going to buy another home with a higher tax rate because house prices went up and their interest rate goes up. So their mortgage payment's going to go up. So it's basically caused a gridlock everywhere. And there's just not enough homes available for people to keep moving the economy around in the housing market. So I don't think that the housing prices are going to drop just because of the fact that there is a supply and demand issue. So if you look at the numbers, there's not really much of a chance that housing market's going to drop. Maybe some areas that are overinflated, but in general, this is happening everywhere across the nation. So the biggest solution is to have more housing, more affordable housing built for people to move into. That's going to help alleviate the inventory issues that we've been seeing over the last year or two. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Stephen Burns, Primary Mortgage Resource.